An old school Cleveland like this, you know what I mean, generating close to, 800 plus horsepower, I should say, it tends to get hot. It's not a modern engine system, but with choosing the appropriate oil as well, because you don't want your oil to cook and break down, you know what I mean. You want your oil to always be stabilized. So that's the choice that I've gone for. And you always do your own research. Don't just
every 20 degrees Fahrenheit you increase the oil temperature, you double the rate of chemical oxidation, which is a fancy way of saying, the breakdown of the oil, right? You're just speeding it up. So if you think about it, an oil that can live, say, 5,000 miles at 240 degrees oil temperature can only live 2,500 miles at 260 degrees oil temperature.
Wet sump, obviously, things get shot out into the motor, drain backs, gets down hot, and the more volume you have, it gives it a chance to recover and cool and then be used again by the time, the pickup grabs it all again and stuff like that. So that's why you need capacity.
They had the Moroso kick-out pans. Well, you're doing the kick-out so you can put a larger volume of oil in the sump. More space down here to allow more residence time before the oil actually gets back to the pickup. And that's why it's super important to use the right type of oil pan, not just grab whatever's on sale at Summit.
All these other properties, for the oil not to, oxidize and, things not to rust and all this protection, especially this thing here being forced induction. And, typically combinations like this run slightly larger clearances everywhere, you know what I mean, compared to its naturally aspirated brother. And this particular motor oil is specifically designed for engines like this. So, old school large capacity V8s, you know what I mean, with a bit of power. And with now me only doing street duties, this is a well-suited oil for what I'm doing with this now. I swear that they make more power and have better ring seal with oils more like this, you know what I mean, like in drag racing or in circuit racing. So always do your own research. Don't just think like, oh, look at the numbers there, that's too thick, and blah blah blah. It's all baloney.